Yo, YouTube, you know this is your boy DJ Cool Thing from Cool Thing Entertainment. Welcome back to another video on my channel, and let's roll that intro. Alright guys, let's get into the subject of today's video, and that is sharing my personal experiences with both the Yamaha MG10 mixer versus the Teyun A4, and which one I prefer in the long run. Obviously, you know which one I prefer. This one right here. But we're going to go over all the problems, all the pros of each mixer, and the pros and cons of each mixer and which one I prefer. So let's go ahead and discuss the Yamaha MG10 mixer. The Yamaha MG10 mixer is definitely one of the best mixers I've ever purchased. It's very versatile. It's got a lot of inputs and outputs. As you can see, it's got an RCA for connecting things like the DDJ 400. It's got 4 XLR quarter-inch combos. It's got 3 quarter-inch line inputs. It's got 2 RCA inputs. It's got 2 outputs for stereo out. It's got a quarter-inch and XLR for outputs. It's got a nice VU meter. It's got one, that shows if you're, this shows your loudness of how loud you are. And it's got a lot of gains. It has compression. The phantom power 48 volts. That's for a condenser microphone for channels 1 through 4. And it's got a lot of really awesome knobs for pan left, pan right, auxiliary, the EQ for high, mid, and lows on each. As you can see here, channels 5 and 6, and of course 9 through 10, like channels 5 through 10 doesn't have a mid-range because there's no, this is only for XLR and quarter-inch. And of course you got your monitor slash headphone knob here, your main knob for your volume, your main volume, individual channel volumes, the pan left, pan right, auxiliary, EQs. The greens are the EQs, blue is auxiliary, and of course you got your balance between pan left, pan right, of course balance left, balance right. That is really cool. The only problem I have with this is the power brick, but that's to be expected with a professional mixer right here. It's bound to be, it's bound to come with the mixer. As you can see, it's got a big power brick, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's, it's worth it. It's it'll have to do for the time being. So that is the Yamaha MG10 mixer. And let's move over to the most crappiest mixer I've ever used, the Teyun A4. I bought this back in April because of the, pandemic, and I had to watch what I spend my money on. I was going to get one of these, but then, I had to watch what I spend my money on, which I got the Teyun A4 just for live streaming. It's got a USB input here, and I highly recommend not getting this mixer. DJ DeMoose knows what I'm talking about, because we both have the same mixers. He has an MG10XU, which has a lot of the effects. It's USB powered for connecting to your laptop for live streaming. But other than that, it actually uses the power brick, and of course the USB on the XU model goes into your laptop for live streaming. This one runs everything from your, it can be used for live streaming, It can also be used for power. I highly recommend not getting the Teyun A4 because this thing has tons and tons of buzzing noises. Because I remember connecting this to this speaker right here, the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3, to the 2.1 amp input for trying to power up the Teyun A4. It's got a lot of buzzing noises. Through 1/4 inch here, RCA, another 1/4 inch. XLR 1/4 inch combos for your microphones. That's your line input. And of course, you got your individual channels here. You got your individual channel knobs here. Your EQs, which is high and low. There's no mid-range control. This one has the gain, which is adding more sound to your speakers. The effects. And of course, this button switches between Bluetooth, USB, main volume, your headphones, which I've used in the past. The headphone jack here is a 3.5 millimeter, which shows how crappy this thing is. It only has 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. This one right here has a 1/4 inch headphone jack, which means if you want to use the Audio-Technica M20Xs, if I want to use my Audio-Technica M20Xs, I don't have to get one of those adapters and connect it to the 1/4 inch input on the mixer, which will help me monitor my microphone as well as my mix coming from the DJ400 or the SR2. Okay guys, sorry about that. As you can see here, if I want to use my ATH M20X headphones with the MG10, I would need to hook in a 3.5 millimeter to 1/4 inch adapter. This one, you can just plug them straight in because it's got a 3.5 millimeter jack, which goes to show how cheap this thing is. And there's only 4 inputs where this one has 10. This one has a wide variety of opportunities for you to connect multiple devices and have a more versatile, versatile way of plugging in other devices like phones, tablets, laptops. Anything we need, you can plug into the MG10. This one, if you're using things like the DJ400, you're kind of limited to the 1/4 inch for another external device, like a phone or a tablet or another laptop running your music software, like Spotify or iTunes or Apple Music, whatever it's called. You're very limited. But as far as sound is concerned, because that's where the quality of mixers come in, is how clean the sound is. This one is definitely clean. It's nice, crystal clear. There's no buzzing noises. It's crystal clear. You can hear the music loud and clear with no problems whatsoever with the MG10. And of course, this one has a ton of buzzing noises when connecting to 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter. Especially when you want to use it with the the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3 tailgater speaker. This is the Teyun A4 mixer. And as you can see, it's only limited to a miniature USB cable. And it has a lot of buzzing noises. It's, it just sounds awful. But I actually might try it out and see if I can get it to clear up. So I can, use my Teyun A4 for outdoor, for outdoor mixes and stuff, and outdoor events and outdoor ceremonies. So I can hook in my DJ400, my microphone, and have a nice way of controlling the microphone as well as my music source into here without any problems whatsoever. But you're not going to get that with the Teyun A4, which is why I've been doing a research on the best USB powered mixer that is not too cheaply made. I definitely want something I can use outside without any power whatsoever, and I can run it off the USB port. But I'm actually stuck with this. We're going to have to work around some of the buzzing noises by pressing the button in and out so I can get it nice and clean and we can actually hear it. But I guess when you do like that, it's kind of out is PC and in is MP3. We're definitely going to try that out off camera, so I just wanted to update you guys on my personal experiences with both mixers, the MG10 and the Teyun A4. This is the one I highly recommend. This is made by Yamaha. Yamaha and Behringer are the top two brands for a mixer. So you can get Behringer, you can get Yamaha, you can get any other, professional brand out there for mixers. Don't get any cheap plastic mixers because it's not going to last very long. These are going to last a long, long time. This is a professional piece of equipment where this is not. So this is the one I highly recommend in the long run. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video talking about both mixers and which one I recommend. I recommend the Yamaha MG10 since it's made out of metal. It's got a lot of inputs. It's got 10 channels. It has a lot of professional features on here. And yeah, this is the one I highly recommend. And it's also got a dedicated power source instead of using a USB cord, which can go messing up because of how cheap the USB cable is. So this one I highly recommend. I love this mixer. I will never go back to this one because this one, it definitely is causing me a lot of problems with the buzzing noises and, with how cheap this thing is. This one is definitely a high quality piece of equipment, where this one is definitely a cheap piece of crap. So with that said, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. Till next time, your boy DJ Cool Thing from Cool Thing Entertainment, out. Peace.